Have you ever noticed how some people just stop responding to you? They see your message. They scroll past your post. They walk by like you're invisible, and you start to wonder, did I do something wrong? Here's the harsh truth: they don't ignore you by accident. There's a reason behind it. A psychological one, and once you understand it, you'll never see people's silence the same way again. Because being ignored isn't just random, it's feedback. It's life showing you something about how you show up, how you connect, and how you value yourself. Most people think being ignored means they're not good enough. But often, it means you've been giving too much energy to people who stopped earning it. It means your presence stopped being scarce and started being expected. Let's break down. First, people don't ignore confidence. They ignore comfort. When you're too available, too eager, too nice, people stop valuing your attention. It's like music playing in the background all day. Eventually, no one hears it anymore. Think about it. When you first meet someone, every word, every message, every moment feels alive. But over time, if you keep showing up and they don't reciprocate, your energy becomes noise. You start chasing connection instead of attracting it, and humans are wired to pull away from what feels needy. So ask yourself, am I giving because I want to connect, or because I'm afraid to be forgotten? That one question changes everything. Second, people ignore what reminds them of something they don't want to face. Sometimes your presence triggers guilt, insecurity, or discomfort in others. Maybe you're growing, and they're not. Maybe you're calling out truths they're not ready to hear, without even saying a word. Your progress can make people feel like they're standing still, so instead of congratulating you, they distance themselves. It's not your job to shrink so they feel safe. If your light bothers them, it's their shadow they need to deal with, not your brightness. Third, people ignore what doesn't serve their ego. That's a harsh one, but it's real. In today's world, attention is currency, and some people only engage with you when it benefits them. When they need support, advice, or validation, you're suddenly visible again. But when you need the same in return, silence. You're not being ignored because you're worthless. You're being ignored because you stopped feeding someone's ego supply. That's why setting boundaries isn't rude, it's necessary. The moment you stop begging for attention, you start attracting respect. Fourth, people ignore what they can't control. When you start living with purpose, clarity, or self-respect, some people feel powerless around you. They can't manipulate your emotions anymore. They can't use guilt or attention to keep you small. So what do? They go silent. They ignore you, because silence is their last form of control. Don't chase closure from people who communicate through absence. Their silence is their message. And the message is, I don't know how to handle someone who's not dependent on me anymore. Now here's the big takeaway. Being ignored hurts because it touches our deepest human fear, the fear of not being seen. But being ignored can also be your wake-up call. It's not always rejection, it's redirection. It's life teaching you where not to waste your energy. It's a mirror showing you who values your time and who only values your usefulness. So stop seeing silence as punishment. Start seeing it as protection. Every time someone pulls away, you get a chance to pull closer to yourself, to rebuild your confidence, your peace, your sense of worth. Because the moment you stop begging to be noticed, you become undeniable. Let them ignore you. Let them wonder where your energy went. Because the truth is, it went exactly where it belonged, back to you. If this hit you, take a second to think about who you've been giving your energy to. Who's been ignoring your presence while you keep showing up for theirs? Maybe it's time to change that balance. And if this video made you reflect, drop a comment with, I choose peace. Because that's what you're doing. From this moment on, you're choosing peace over chasing, self-respect over attention, and growth over guilt. If you found value in this, make sure to like the video, subscribe for more psychology-based self-growth content, and share it with someone who needs this truth today. Remember this, they didn't ignore you by accident. They did it because you outgrew the version of you that tolerated it. And that's something to be proud of.